Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that's fine with me. Oh, we had to do a little flip of the hair real quick because I'm super excited. Today I'm going to be bringing you a brand new sort of I've never cooked on my channel before, but it is like a lifestyle weight loss type of video, which I love to do. I just find them so freeing, you know, without sitting in front of the camera. And I actually got to cook for you guys today, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my absolute favorite super freaking high protein breakfast. Now this is sort of like I guess you can say a breakfast burrito, but it is definitely super high protein. It is super filling. We do have some fiber in there. And for those of you who don't know, or if you're new to my channel, I have lost 130 pounds over the last 3 to 4 years. So I like to talk about my journey, especially on my TikTok at the KrissBeauty. Go ahead and follow me there. I like to speak about my journey, how I lost my weight, some of the things that I still do to maintain. Right now I'm currently building, sort of toning my physique. So super high protein is super important, especially if you're in a calorie deficit. Oh, and like I said, I'm in a maintenance building sort of phase. I got a lot going on over here. I'm not gonna lie. Getting your protein in is super important. It is just as important as being in a calorie deficit if you're looking to lose fat. It's just as important as your sleep. So this super high protein breakfast has been super helpful to knock out about half of the protein that I need. This specific meal has 660 calories and 105.5 grams of protein. So this may knock out all your protein for the day. But for me personally, this knocks out about half of what I need. Just a little disclaimer, this specific recipe has meat in it, it has dairy in it, so use what works for you and what works for the specific type of diet or allergies that you're dealing with. And just to let you know, this nutrition information is based on the products and the brands that I use today. So I just want you to make sure that you can find what works for you, keep track of your own calories. And without further ado, let's get into the kitchen so we can make this chicken wrap super high protein breakfast. Alright y'all, so let's get into it. Kriss in the kitchen. I think this is going to be a new series on my channel. I know this is going extremely fast, so feel free to pause and screenshot. But what I'm going to be using is Old Mexican large tortillas. They are 80 calories. I'm using 4 eggs. I'm using some chicken. You do have the option of using, you know, whatever seasonings that you want. I'm using chicken today, but I usually use turkey sausages. It's just that I realize that I'm getting more protein for less calories, so I'm using my fat-free mozzarella cheese because it's super high in protein. You can use whatever seasonings you want. I'm going to be using salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic, paprika, you know. Oh, look at me, I'm looking all cute and fancy. And then I'm using my ranch seasoning with my plain vanilla, well no, not vanilla, my plain Greek yogurt, because I'm gonna be doing like a little ranch thing. And then I got my protein drink because I'm making my protein coffee. Look how cute I look, oh my god. Okay, so I'm starting off my protein coffee. I have my decaf coffee because, you know, I'm very nervous. I'm a nervous, anxious girl. So I have my vanilla protein. You can totally use whatever you want. This is 170 calories and already 30 grams of protein. So I'm just gonna add that. I look a hot mess. I look crazy. And so I'm gonna make sure I get all of that in there. I personally like my coffee very, I like cold coffee. I'm gonna add my sugar-free salted caramel. This is like a coffee syrup that I got from, I think it was Marshall's. And then I do add a little bit of instant coffee. I know this defeats the purpose of like decaf, but you know, I have a lot of issues with my energy currently, so I just add a little bit, not enough to make me anxious, but just enough to make me excited. Do a little shake it up, you know. Listen, it makes sense to me. So I have that. I'm gonna set that aside, which by the way, it tastes delicious. This is a great hack to get your protein in. So I'm gonna start off with the Old Mexican tortillas. Now this is 80 calories. It has 8 grams of protein, 17 grams of fiber. So we are winning all the way here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and whip up my eggs. Usually I do 4 egg whites, but today I'm going to do 1 whole egg, which has about 70 calories, 6 grams of protein. And then of course the egg whites, which I'm going to separate here. It's super annoying to separate. They have about 3.6 grams of protein and also 20 calories for each egg whites. And these are large egg whites, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm mix that up. Feel free to use just 4 egg whites if you want to just save on calories. But this is what I'm doing today, because sometimes I like to switch it up. And I'm going to go ahead and season them up. You can use whatever seasoning you want. I love my black ground pepper for some reason. I'm just going to do all that. My garlic powder, my onion powder, and you know, this is basically the seasonings that I always use. I also add liquid smoke just because it adds a little bit of that smokiness flavor, and just a little bit of salt. I don't like to add too much salt. And you know, my onion powder, and then I do add the onion and pepper blend to this as well. Now I don't measure out the onion and pepper blend and the spinach too much because I do eyeball it, but I do measure it out to be about 10-15 calories. You can add it on. It's not really, oh, look at me making a freaking hot mess. It's not really a deal breaker if you add a little bit more, a little bit less, you know, but I do recommend that you get a food scale. Get a food scale, and if you want a separate video on how to measure out your stuff, let me know. I add a little bit of red pepper flakes, well, a lot, because I do like a little bit of that spice. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm mix this up. I got my chicken. I use the same seasonings. Again, you can use whatever seasoning you like, but this is how I feel it tastes best. And I'm gonna be starting off with cooking out my chicken first, of course, because that's gonna take the longest. So I have my non-stick spray that I'm gonna be using with that. So right now I'm just heating up my pan. Now this is a gold mine. This is my plain Greek yogurt. I use about half a serving, so about 85 grams of my plain Greek yogurt. And then I add a little bit of ranch seasoning. So half of the serving is 45 calories and 8.5 grams of protein. And then with the ranch seasoning, about 10 calories. And it is such a great like sauce to dip in. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm actually gonna add some of that Greek like concoction that I made to my chicken, you know, just to like just to flavor it up. Now the trick with this is to add a little bit of water, and you know, it's gonna like thin it out a little bit. I added too much water though. That's the face that I'm giving y'all. I'm giving y'all nervousness. I'm giving y'all anxiety. I'm gonna measure out my mozzarella fat-free cheese. Now you could use full fat, but it is less calories and it has more protein. 45 calories and 9 grams of protein. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my non-stick spray. We got this on like about medium heat. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken in. And I'm just over there, I'm just prepping some chicken for lunch. I like to prep everything in the morning, same seasonings and everything, because I go to the gym typically after this, and I'm just, you know, I like to do everything in the morning so that when I come home I could just eat. And so I'm just, you know, breaking up my chicken, making sure it is nice and cooked on the inside. I don't have it too high, I don't have it too low. But so far it's looking great. We're gonna add that to the tortilla. You see Woody in the background being a hot mess. And so we got our chicken ready. Same pan, we add non-stick spray again, and then we add the egg mixture. And then this fat-free cheese, any fat-free cheese is very hard to melt because I'm not sure why, but a good trick that I learned on TikTok actually is trying to like make it melt. You just rinse it out with some water. So that's what you can do. I just added it because it's gonna like melt eventually. So I add my egg right on top, and so far it's looking like real pretty, and I'm like very impressed with myself. So I'm gonna attempt to wrap this, and I'm actually super hyped because it is like, it actually worked out. Like it didn't break, and it always, look at how excited I am. This always breaks, you don't understand. So I'm gonna add it back into the pan with a little bit of non-stick spray because I like a little bit of that crisp, and I'm just so freaking impressed that things are not going everywhere. I'm so impressed, which is why I get the larger tortillas. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of the pan, and look how beautiful this looks. I add some sugar-free ketchup, and I add some extra protein with the light Greek vanilla yogurt. This is 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. My protein coffee, let me tell you, it is so freaking good. Everything together that I have today is 660 calories, 105.5 grams of protein, and baby, it is so good. You have to try this out. So good. Alright guys, so we are back from the kitchen. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. This is my first time doing a voiceover, so I hope you enjoy that. And as I said in my voiceover, I will leave all the products and the brands that I use down below. So these are products that you can find in your local Walmart, your local Target, or just your local grocery store. I found them from Walmart. But again, do what works for you. Make sure you're tracking your own calories. And if you try this recipe, please let me know how it worked out for you. It is one of the best recipes that I have been addicted to. So if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure you let me know what type of recipes you want to see next. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.